Alright, everything's going hyperactive in the Pacific, and I need to break down every single storm because I haven't broken down anything since Thursday. So, yeah, it's been 3 days. I've been really busy, but I finally have some time to make a video. Looking at our satellite here, where do you see all the spins? You can kind of see maybe one just off the coast there. You can definitely see one just west of Mexico. You can see one south of Hawaii. That's Tropical Storm Moke. That's the, I forget the name of that one. That's the I-name storm. And then this over here is Lala over here. You can see Isel's supposed to become a brief hurricane before moving out to into nowhere. And we also have two other highlight areas, which right now are not an immediate threat to land. And Moke right now is gonna bring some moisture to the South Island of Hawaii. We are so lucky that this storm is staying to the south, despite all the moisture staying off to the north. Alright, over here in the Western Pacific, we also have 3 named storms, soon to be 4, because Lala will move into the Western Pacific. It's going to cross the international date line over the next day or two. This is about where that line is going to be. So, it will be a tropical storm by the time it does that. Now let's come over here to Typhoon Saudel, which right now is a Category 4 equivalent typhoon with somewhat of an oblong eye. It's probably going to get a little more well-defined, and then it's going to weaken as it heads its way in the direction of maybe Okinawa again. And then the big thing is it's expected to take a turn almost directly southwest. The reason this is going to happen, we'll actually break it down soon, is there's going to be not much steering. It's going to allow it to drift a little more to the south. This often does happen with a Western Pacific typhoon, so this is not out of the ordinary. Over here, we have Tropical Storm Nara, which is going to continue stalling over here in the Gulf of Tonkin, and is going to move back to the north towards southern China. We'll be looking at this peninsula here, getting some impacts. But overall, it's not going to be super strong. You're just going to get a lot of rain. Alright, so as we run out the Central Pacific, you can see there's, right now, not supposed to be an impact to Hawaii, but there will be some storms developing to the east that will be something to watch, depending on the path that they take. We might have another Hawaii threat that way. But a very interesting thing is southwest of Hawaii, we're going to see a storm develop, and it's likely going to be a more powerful storm, and it will likely move into the Western Pacific, or, go directly north like this is showing. But it's not expected to impact Hawaii. In the Eastern Pacific, we have Isel, which is again not supposed to impact anybody, and behind it we're going to have another area, and maybe another area just to the southwest or whatever. And then we could have another storm behind that, and maybe another storm behind that. You can see we do have 3 other areas to watch outside of Isel. This is going to have a 40% chance. Then behind Isel, we have another area with 70% chance of development. And none of these two are, actually this one here is within the next 2 days. That one has a short window. This one has a much larger window, as it's 70% chance beyond 2 days completely. And then this one is again also beyond. So the percent chances of this one forming are also higher. Looking at the track of Moke, it's supposed to move off to the west and not really impact anybody. Moving over to the Western Pacific, this is our European AI model. I do show this model a lot. You can see it does seem to have some easy steering at first, and then it's going to slow down as it kind of interacts with the front, but it gets skipped by the front completely,